Hi everyone, it's Lauren and welcome to my Christmas haul video. I got 6 fiction books for Christmas and 2 non-fiction books, so let's get started. The first book that I got for Christmas, which I'm so excited, I'm really pleased I got it, this was #1 on my list, is How to Be Both by Ali Smith. I really love her work. All of her books that I've read so far are just beautiful. Her prose is so intelligent and poetic and really creative, I feel. So I was really excited to get this one. This book is set in 2 halves. Half of it is set in the 1460s and the other half is set in 1960. I don't know too much about it and I don't really want to know because I feel like that's going to ruin it, and the joy of reading something like this is discovering what it's all about. I think the stories are linked, but it doesn't matter which order you read them in. In fact, I actually believe that some of the books, like depending on what copy you pick up, the 2 stories might be, like the old one might be first or the modern part might be first. So yeah, I'm really excited to read this. Oh, I just love it. Just so happy, yeah. Just like had a fit about Ali Smith. The second book that I got for Christmas was Richard Flanagan, The Narrow Road to the Deep North. This was the winner of the Man Booker Prize this year. How to Be Both was shortlisted also. I don't like buying the Booker Prize winner or shortlisters just for the sake of it because they're nominated, because I feel like that's a little bit just disingenuous. But I watched a programme on the BBC which was, I want to say the Chichester Festival, but that might be wrong, but it was a programme about at a literature festival, and all of the nominated authors were discussing books and reading excerpts from their books, and when Richard Flanagan read an excerpt from his book, it just completely drew me in and I just loved it. This story is about a Japanese prisoner of war when they're building a railway through Burma, and the excerpt that Flanagan read at this festival, wherever it was, I can't remember, was just so powerful. The way it evoked the sense of place and the time and just the temperature, the smells. It was just beautiful and it really grabbed my attention, so I'm really excited to read this one. The next book I got was Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit by Jeanette Winterson. I've read Written on the Body before by her, but nothing else, and it was just so beautiful. I believe this one is based like a fictionalised version of her life, so looking forward to diving into that one too. Sorry if there's been a bit of a bizarre change of light on my face. I think I've sort of got a bit purple and my battery ran out, so the sun's gone down. The next book I got was The Robber Bride by Margaret Atwood. I've read quite a lot of Atwood's books, but like nowhere near have I read all of them. I've read quite a few of the more recent ones, and recently I got a collection of her short stories, Stone Mattress, which came out last year, tail end of last year I think, and one of the stories, when I was reading it, I actually realised halfway through I was reading it, it was the same characters from The Robber Bride, and it was set later, and I hadn't read The Robber Bride, so I was a bit like, oh, I hope it's not ruined the story now, because I've read that short story and it was set afterwards. I don't think it has. I think you sort of know already that it's about these 3 women and one woman who's wrecked all their lives, and they're meeting to discuss what happened, and you see it through, well, I don't actually know very much else, but I'm looking forward to read it anyway, and I hope I haven't ruined it for myself by reading The Stone Mattress first. Novel number 5 is The Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbeck. I've only read, I feel like all of my books, I'm like, I've only read one of their books before, but I read Of Mice and Men at school, which I had to read, and I think when I look back I did like it. When I think about Of Mice and Men, I think, oh yeah, that was good, but at the time when I was 14 I was a bit like, oh, you know, I'm just like too good for Steinbeck, I want something a bit more challenging. I'm just like, I couldn't understand it properly. I thought, well, why aren't we reading, you know, Dickens? I don't know, I was just like, I was a pretentious child. But I've heard really good things about this, so I'm looking forward to giving Steinbeck another go, like as an adult, and I'm sure I'm going to enjoy it. I think I will enjoy his writing as well. And the last book that I got, well, the last fiction book that I got for Christmas was Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. I don't know why I didn't read this when it came out. I think what happened was my friend read it and said, oh, there's a big twist, and the twist isn't that good. So I just thought, oh, okay, I won't read it then. And then everybody has just loved it. The film came out. I really love Rosamund Pike, so I was excited to see her in the film. But I wanted to read it first, so I think I just need to like get over myself and have a read of it. And also, read it now, it's that good. The Daily Mail. I wish that wasn't on there. I don't want people thinking I've read the Daily Mail and that's why I'm reading it. So those were all the fiction books that I got for Christmas. I also got 2 non-fiction books, which I'm really excited about actually. They're really nice presents. I got them from my boyfriend's mum, and my boyfriend's auntie got me these. The first one is How to Be Well Read by John Sutherland, and I've had a bit of a flick through this, and I think basically what this is all about is it's got 500 novels in it, and it's got little bits about each one. It puts them into historical context, into literary context, it explains them a little bit. I think the whole idea is that if you're at a dinner party, or you know, you're trying to sound impressive to somebody about, oh, I've read so many books, for example in Jane Eyre, blah blah blah, you could have dipped into this and found something intelligent to say. I always like sounding more intelligent than I really am, so it's actually quite good. I think that's quite a good present, so I'm looking forward to having a dip into that. And then the other book that I got, well, the last book that I got was a book about the Royal Ballet, which is from my boyfriend's auntie. It's just a really lovely present, because I have this book already, Apollo's Angels, which it's a really long, it's about the whole history of ballet. I am like slowly working my way through it. I'm up to there at the moment, but I'm just kind of reading it as and when. But this one is specifically about the British Royal Ballet. So I'm just really excited. This is such a beautiful present, and it's got lovely pictures of Margot Fontaine and just all of the, oh look, it's just so gorgeous. So I'm looking forward to learning about that. That's going to be a really nice book. So those were all the actual books I got, but the reason I only got a few books is because I got a Kindle. I've been anti-Kindle for so long. I just thought, oh, I love like proper books. I love the pages, I like the smell of them, I like holding them, but you get books like this, which are so big and so like heavy, and the hardbacks, and I read on the train, I read when I go to work, and I have them in my handbag. They're just so heavy, they're so bulky, and I just thought, do you know what, I just need to get a Kindle, and I'm spending so much money on books as well. I need to just like, I need to try and I need to just swallow it a little bit and get a Kindle, I think, for the sake of my own sanity. I went a bit crazy on Christmas as well, and I've already downloaded 20 books to it. And one of the main reasons I really wanted it actually was because I really wanted to read The Luminaries by Eleanor Catton. And oh my god, have you seen that book? It's 850 pages or something. It's so big. It's like big and also big. It's like big in so many ways. And I just thought, not even is it going to be heavy in my bag, but I'm not even going to be able to hold it, like as a little poor puny human being. I can't actually read that book. So obviously that's one of the first things I downloaded in here. Also the classics are all free as well. Well, a lot of them, I think. So I got 20 books and I spent about £6. So that's not even the price of one book, I think. So I don't care that I bought loads of books already. It's also just a really good excuse for me to buy loads of books and then not read them, because there's not a big pile of unread books on my shelf for everyone to see, and then I won't feel guilty about it. So this is probably quite a bad idea, really. I'm just going to have the massive long, just added 20 books to my TBR, so well done, Lauren. These are the books that I got really quickly. I got Bleak House, Emma, Moby Dick, The 39 Steps, The Old Curiosity Shop, The Importance of Being Earnest, Persuasion, The Three Musketeers, North and South, The Moonstone, Nicholas Nickleby, Mansfield Park, The Mill on the Floss, and Cranford. And then the ones that I actually bought were the 2 more. I've read The Hunger Games, but I've not read Catching Fire and Mockingjay, so I downloaded those 2. So I just thought, oh, well, I just want them. I just want to be able to like read them now. I can't be bothered to go shopping. And then The Luminaries, obviously, as well. And then 2 more that I just thought I'd give a go, and I think this is just me being really pretentious and silly, but I've not ever read any Terry Pratchett, ever. And because I read on the train, I feel like, I don't know, is it a children's book? I don't know, because I've not read it, I'm not really sure. I do see adults reading it, but I just felt, I've not read it before, I don't really know very much about it. I'll just get the Kindle version. So I got The Colour of Magic, which I believe is the first one, so just to see if I like it, and I just didn't want to like be reading a children's book on the train, if it is a children's book. But that's so stupid. Who cares? Who cares if I'm reading it? So I need to really get over myself a little bit. But I got Throne of Glass as well by Sarah J. Maas, I believe. Yeah? Oh well, I don't know. I might have said that wrong. Everyone has been raving about these books, the Throne of Glass series. I think I will like it because it's like fantasy, but again, I just think I wanted to have a go, like try it out on Kindle, get a cheaper version, and then if I really like them, I'll buy all the books in paperback anyway. So this is just a step for me to spend more money on an electronic version, and then when I like the books, buy them properly anyway. So I don't know if this was a good idea. Also, is this a good Kindle? I don't know. I just put Kindle on my Christmas list. I mean, this looks good to me, but it's not got like, I don't know, do Kindles have GPS and Bluetooth and all these, I sound so old, I sound like an old woman, like, oh, what does this electronic device do? But I think this is okay. This will probably do what I want it to do. I've not tried reading anything on it yet, so the jury's out on that one, but that's why I've only got a few books, because I went mental myself downloading all of them. So that was everything I got for Christmas. Let me know what you got for Christmas, if you can still remember, because it's like weeks later and I obviously just can't let it go. I'm still thinking about Christmas. I need to get on it, get into January mode. But yeah, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks, bye!